Nonna, non ti preoccupare, sono io. Levo le cuffie, perderò un po' di tempo. Pronto prova, pronto prova. Perfetto, l'audio è a posto. Questo sì. E bella a tutti, belle brutti, siamo qui in questo episodio oggi, siamo su King's Quest. Ragazzi, ehm, allora, come avrete già visto, sono al capitolo 1, l'ho fatto a metà nel mio slot. Questo qua sarà lo slot dove dedico i video su YouTube. Ditemi se lo preferite a Paragon o se vi piace di più Paragon. Allora, prima di cominciare, vi dico che questo gioco è un gioco tipo quest, quindi praticamente ha quelle cose che insomma non quest. Sapete che cos'è? Io non dico altro. Allora, iniziamo subito il primo capitolo perché l'ho trovato gratis e noi siamo questa persona di qua. Possiamo aprire il nostro zainetto, ora non abbiamo niente. Ma vi dico, vi spoilerò che si ingrandirà che c'è un punto che io ho già giocato dove ci saranno un sacco di cose. Allora, guardiamo qua dentro. E a questo punto noi che cosa dobbiamo fare? Dobbiamo girare la manovella. Premiamo in continuazione X ed è cascato giù il secchio, quindi ora andiamo a vedere. Ci arrampichiamo e scendiamo giù. Guardate quanto è
I have
profondo.
not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Ecco, questo qua era l'unico posto da controllare. Con tutto l'oro che
Those
sbrilluccica.
lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
Avrebbe voluto un sacco tutto quell'oro. Allora, noi che cosa dobbiamo fare ora? Il materasso casca a terra e questa qua è l'entrata. Entriamo e...
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
camminiamo. Lo so che vi sto facendo annoiare, quindi corriamo. Ecco, io qua camminerei. Qui qua possiamo correre. Saltiamo. E ci arrampichiamo. Scalini e scalini.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Scusate, eh. Era per vedere solo se potevano cambiare i comandi. Allora, quello là alza. Ok, andiamo a vedere. Quello là alza là sopra e quindi alza il letto e butta qualcosa. Quindi io premerei questi qua, che infatti apre la nostra adorata porta. Saliamo ed entriamo qua dentro. Ecco, qua c'è già un rumore sospetto.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Ecco, attenzione che qua crolla il ponte. Camminiamo lentamente. Corriamo, camminiamo.
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
You want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to... My way to
add a shinier hat to my collection.
Ecco ragazzi, ora qua si sale e noi dobbiamo praticamente in questa parte di storia dobbiamo rubare, letteralmente dobbiamo rubare lo specchio al drago. Bene, qua noi non possiamo
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, amateur spells to impress your friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Ecco qua, qua abbiamo una manovella. Però tira la campana e sveglia il drago. Ma cosa ci servirà questa manovella?
used to fix the broken switch.
Avete sentito? What did you use to fix the broken switch? Praticamente noi dobbiamo prendere quella manovella per riparare. Dobbiamo prendere la manovella per riparare l'ingranaggio che fa scendere il ponte per andarcene via. Prendiamo.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap.
Ecco, ora sveglia il drago e noi dobbiamo
Then
scappare.
I used my cleverness to hide.
Sotto il letto, sotto il letto. A questo punto il drago non ci vede e se ne va. E dov'è? Chi mi ha svegliato? Beh, ciao. Se ne va e noi possiamo continuare con i nostri piani
Luckily, that
subdoli.
half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
What did you use to fix the broken switch?
Bene, prendiamo la nostra manovella. Prendiamo la rotellina. Oh, pempane a posto. Ok. Ci gira e casca il ponte. E anche alcune pietre. e il drago non si sveglia. Resta addormentato.
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall.
Ah, ok, se noi tocchiamo quell'interruttore, switch lo chiama.
This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
Se noi, allora, vi traduco. Se tocchiamo l'interruttore il drago si libera, ci viene a mangiare o esce fuori dalla grotta e comunque succedono cose brutte. E comunque qua in questa caverna ci sono stati molti avventurieri e sono morti. Tenta di liberarsi ma c'è la manovella.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Ecco ragazzi, qua viene la parte un po' più complicata perché come vedete là dietro c'è il drago. Quindi noi praticamente dobbiamo fare una cosa. Facciamo aspirare la barca. Nel frattempo che va avanti noi ci nascondiamo di qua. Poi usciamo. Ecco, qua noi dobbiamo calpestare assolutamente perché non c'è altra via d'uscita. O ci buttiamo dal burrone o calpestiamo qua. E cosa succede? Si sveglia il drago. Quindi noi che cosa dobbiamo fare? Correre ai ripari sotto il letto. Il drago si riaddormenta e a questo punto piano piano di levetta a sinistra piano piano lentamente si sveglia il drago e noi andiamo sotto coperta. No, non sotto coperta, proprio letteralmente sotto la coperta. Si riaddormenta il drago e ricomincia a russare. Bene, bene, bene. Veramente molto bene. Noi saliamo qua sopra.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Ecco, si è arrabbiato perché non trova il modo di prendere quell'interruttore là sotto. Bene, noi che cosa facciamo intelligentemente? Prendiamo l'arco di un deceduto. Questa qui è una delle parti che mi fa più ridere. Abbiamo fatto passare un ponte. Ecco, a questo punto noi dobbiamo stare altrettanto attenti perché casca il ponte. Perché se lo tira il drago. Fortunatamente noi senza alcun inghippo riusciamo.
The mirror called out to me.
Ecco, lo specchio ha capito che serviva a qualcosa, quindi questo
A
interruttore a cosa
ridiculous
serve?
feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Poi scende e passa la carne la porta al drago e quindi noi lo svegliamo. E lui mangia la carne. Ma quale modo migliore di farlo allontanare se non portargli un'altra fetta di carne da un altro lato? Ha mangiato la fetta di carne, a questo punto noi che cosa facciamo? Lo svegliamo. Si avvicina per prendere la fetta di carne e lo specchio resta là sotto, quindi dobbiamo agire in fretta. Prima che mi finisca la fetta di carne noi saliamo qua sopra. Stira E ragazzi, qua abbiamo il nostro specchio che dobbiamo sbrigarci, cioè dobbiamo prenderlo rapidamente. Capisci che gli sta facendo e si arrabbia. Noi lo nascondiamo, prendiamo l'arco, tiriamo, spocchiamo la porta e ce ne andiamo. Ecco, a questo punto crolla il punto. Oh, stavo cascando, ecco il casco. No, casca tutto il ponte. Ecco. Ora siamo col nostro materasso zattera. Tagliamo la corda. Ecco le rapide di Eccoci, prendi.
Grandpa!
Dragon Petite 4.
Fermiamo ripetutamentissimo, non ripetutamente soltanto. Ecco, ora... Oh! Quadrato. X! Arco, alto, boom! Boom! Ok, finora siamo a posto. Triangolo! No!
I guess you could...
Ecco, quasi proprio quando dici triangolo. Slow motion. Mi pare che ci sono altre robe in slow motion. No.
I guess you could say...
Potatoes. Hashtag potatoes nei commenti. Ecco, dovrebbe essere una tra le parti più complicate di tutta questa parte di livello. Praticamente devi schivare i letti che cascano. Ecco.
With a magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of a Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
questo punto entriamo di nuovo nella stanza dove era cascato il secchio.
In that split second, I had 3 choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Carica la freccia ancora in slow motion. Boom. Dice che qualcosa c'è da mangiare. Anzi, sente l'odore che c'è qualcosa da mangiare. E noi possiamo praticamente, anzi, salire sopra direttamente.
My hands were shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there is so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. Like, why did you set the dragon free even though he was trying to eat you?
I set him free because, well, over the years I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous to be. He was just a caged animal that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre way of making friends, Grandpa. I guess I do, too. I'm known as Gwendolyn the Popular back home. But only to my stuffed bunnies.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Dice che non ha bisogno di riposo e poi si addormenta. Ecco, quello là sono delle mie avventure future. Ecco, ora mi devo risistemare la cuffia.
Well, hello, cousin.
Gart!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of... precision through practice and a deft maneuver or two. Train harder and follow your instincts. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story, one I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Ecco, noi siamo...
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to...
Altre cascate. No! E il cappello non lo prende.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Ecco, trova il primo segno di civilizzazione.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Poi io vado a caso, in una direzione a caso. Dove non si può andare in una direzione. E... qui è a Chaka. Non vi dico gli altri nomi perché sennò poi dite perché spoiler.
Hey! Over here!
I could have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with triumph. It seemed my first few minutes in Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
Ecco, siccome lui non poteva essere alla parata con quei cavalieri, io prendo questa strada così vediamo che c'è qua. Nonna è il mio, non si nota.
Strange tracks. blazed a trail through the forest.
No, ancora non è carico. Andiamo, È un'altra discesa. Per questa volta la scendiamo più piano. Ah.
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for.
No.
Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
Ecco, l'unico attrezzo che è restato era solo un'ascia, un'accettina piccolina. Mi pare che di qua si può andare. Sì.
That wheel seemed freshly broken.
Ecco, quella ruota sembrava rotta, ha detto. Ed ecco chi doveva sostituire la ruota. Penso.
Stand back, you dirty thieves! Wah!
Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce.
You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... Oh! What's wrong with your foot?
Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed.
Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forage the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Ah, here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey. I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait. You're stuck here with me. Every Bridgin is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Bene ragazzi, dobbiamo trovargli una ruota. Io so esattamente dove si trova, però non so come si ci va.
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Ecco, ha detto cross that river. Quindi dobbiamo tagliarlo con l'accetta. Guardate come saltano i pezzi di legno. Proprio perfetto.
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Ugh. Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Whoop, e scende. A questo punto ci addentriamo nella foresta. Fitta, ma talmente fitta che ci voleva una torcia per vedere. Ma qua io non ci guardo, non mi ispira. Neanche qua mi ispira. È in un certo senso in un...
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps. I tried to chop down those thorn weeds, but my tiny hatchet was ineffective. I would need a bigger, sharper blade.
Ecco, bigger chopper blade. Ricordatevi, bigger chopper blade. Ricordatevelo. Nei cespugli questi non ci dovete mai guardare. Ci dovete mettere... Cioè, tranne quando... In un certo senso fino a un certo punto è un walkthrough. Perché io vi mostro esattamente che cosa vi deve fare perché l'ho già fatto. Caschiamo qua
The town
sotto.
square was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade?
Proviamo, entriamo qua dentro.
Looked like a blacksmith shop of sorts. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Mettiamo una monetina qua dentro, usciamo.
A bakery. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
La stessa cosa, quindi noi mettiamo.
I saved my money for a better opportunity. Ah, I didn't see any reason why that stale bread wouldn't work for a wheel.
Prende quella grossa cosa di pane per fare la ruota.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. I saved my money for a better opportunity.
Ecco perché già 3 monete gliele avevo messe dall'altro lato. Vediamo se qua sopra si può salire, tanto so che si può salire. E vediamo se c'è qualcuno qua dentro.
I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop. Nothing seemed to be brewing yet.
Ragazzi, ancora è desolata la... cioè non è...
Nothing seemed to be brewing yet.
Cioè non c'è nessuno in città ancora.
Ah, a shortcut.
Ecco, è passato un lupo. E ci ha fatto tagliare la strada. Ma secondo me è una lunga cut. Se non è perdi qua che ti fa la shortcut. E infatti è di qua che ti facevo la shortcut. E non la lunga
Do I
cut.
really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
No, I guess not.
I thought this might do the trick.
Lovely choice, boy. And thank the Yarblesnoofs, this bread is beyond stale. Hopefully you didn't pay too much. You have a face that just screams overcharged. I've got just a fix for that, too. But we have important tournament business to tend to, and I think this'll do the trick. Ooh, I'll just need to start locking my unicorns up at night. Mr. Fancy Cakes has a nibbling problem. All right, off we go. Oh, wait, before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
Oh, sounds good. I love a deal.
So do I, boy, so do I. If I see one, I'll let you know. Here you are. Now, let's Vamanusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time. Mr. Fancy Cakes! Ah, heel! Halt! Avast! Stop! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury cabin. Please gather your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the hospitality.
No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. Another case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step. We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape. Bon voyage, Buttercup! Don't forget about us working folk, especially when your pockets are full of riches.
Come at me, bees!
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
Devo trovare il modo di far andare le guardie.
Back away, back away. This area is unsafe for commoners.
Would an entrance ticket prove my worth?
Sorry, but the collection of entrance tickets will take place inside the theater.
Hello. Apologies, I'm late. I should be on the list. First name Graham, last name...
The list, unfortunately, is inside the theater, which is across that bridge, which is inexplicably missing.
We've ordered a temporary fix, but we're still sorting out the work order.
Well, with all the recent budget issues, I remain skeptical about the repairs.
Well, can't those knights check the list?
Do you mean Kyle and Larry? They're off duty. Don't ask.
You needn't worry. These night hopefuls will figure out a solution soon, and then we can carry on with the auditions.
Well, but I am a hopeful knight. If you just step aside, I'm confident that I could find a way across.
Daventry Decree 6645 states that a royal guard once commanded must never, under no circumstances, abandon his post while on duty.
Well, technically, Addendum 237A allows us to leave if someone is in distress and in need of assistance, of a life or death nature.
I stand corrected, and we wouldn't want a repeat of the Rubenstern fiasco. A tardy auditionee, however, hardly counts for distress. Sorry, but we can't leave our post. King's orders.
And then you cut down that rope, knock those guards into the river, and use your battle axe to score a victory at the tournament.
Not that type of story.
Eh.
You cut,
No cutting.
No, io l'avrei preso per il collo e gli avrei tagliato la testa. L'ho buggato. Ho buggato
Stay
il
off
gioco.
those rocks. It's dangerous.
Ho buggato il gioco. Sono rimasto bloccato nell'acqua.
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous.
Ragazzi, ho buggato il gioco. Buggato il gioco. Oh!
Distress!
Abandon post!
Learn how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me. This tired argument is getting on my nerves.
Guardate ora,
Need to argue
boom!
about the fact that I am...
Huh?
Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
A questo punto
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn. I had caused enough distress for one afternoon. I had caused enough distress for one afternoon.
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
ma se io provo a
I had
colpire
caused enough distress for one afternoon.
quindi io praticamente li ho distratti.
Another horn and another missing piece.
Mind if I join your semicircle?
Let us big kids figure this one out.
Your hero is thinking. Well, I know the answer, but I want to see how all of you will solve it.
A questo punto io ho una corda. Acciacca la tira. E Rambi che se ne va. E poi la sdrubbole che cosa fa? Te la tiro. Comunque ragazzi abbiamo preso una corda. Questa corda a cosa ci può servire?
Huh. Rope swing?
No, I shouldn't embarrass myself again.
I don't know how that
And
was...
then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
Se io butto giù questo di albero. Guardate dietro che c'è. Anche questo qua mi ruba. Lo sradica e ci passa lui. E dopo che ci passa? Lo butta giù. E resta impigliato là. Quindi noi ora possiamo scendere tranquillamente, andare qua, controllo un attimo se siamo in onda perché non ci sono abituato.
Pardon me.
Ecco ragazzi, ci trascinano via il tronco. Che va a bloccarsi sulla riva del fiume.
All right.
Devo trovare un altro modo.
I don't know how
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
You can't ignore me forever.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm deep in thought.
Ma ecco, mi pare che se io uso l'accetta qua,
I left the hatchet lodged in the tree because I would not need it anymore.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Everyone always asks about that hatchet. It gets a tad annoying.
Oh.
ecco, a questo punto leghiamo con la corda. Ha fatto due nodi nello stesso punto e hanno dato tutta la barca. Ah.
Hang on a sec. Graham, right?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Oh, you'd be surprised at the information people give out when they're too busy thinking about their own agenda. I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
Thanks, I guess.
They'll never acknowledge it, you know. Those who use their minds over their biceps are never woven into the tapestries of time. I can tell you're like me, a creative thinker, an intellectual. To win this competition, you'll need to prove that your talents are more powerful than their strength, agility, and speed. You'll also need a friend.
I could really use a friend.
They call me Manny. Pleased to meet you.
So, friend, what's your favorite color? Do you like popcorn-flavored jelly beans? Because I do. What's your availability for sleepovers? Are we in a secret club?
Green. I prefer pizza-flavored. I'm free on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I would say more of a secret alliance.
Alliance?
This competition will not be easy, and Daventry needs men like us. If we put our heads together, we might have a shot.
What's the plan?
If you win, put a good word in for me with the king. And if I win, I'll do the same. Soon, we'll both be moving up the ranks in the castle together. We should head inside the theater, though. Let me know how I can help.
Ecco, a questo punto noi dobbiamo salire alla vecchia maniera. Perché siccome da lì non possiamo salire, saliamo così alla vecchia maniera. Boh.
Graham, to the front of the stage, please. Now that we have recovered our list, it is my duty to inform you that you are officially signed in. Yay. And I do want to apologize. I am very, very terribly sorry, but we've run out of commemorative tote bags.
That's not a problem. I have no use for tote bags. My mother designed my cape with lots of pockets. Is the next event about to start?
Not so fast, Pocket Boy. The tournament bylaws explicitly state that each contestant must complete every event before continuing on in the competition. Since you were late, you missed the test of chivalry and the welcoming parade, both designed as light-hearted warm-ups and getting-to-know-you type exercises. You know, an icebreaker before we start in on the usual death, destruction, and duels of a cutthroat nature.
Don't forget about Amendment 70, Article 4.
I was getting to that, thank you. In the spirit of equal opportunity, the new rules state that you can schedule a make-up chivalry test if and only if the circumstances for your absence were extenuating. So, I will ask, what were your extenuating circumstances that made you late for the tournament?
Well, I never heard the date was switched.
I'll just pencil in hard of hearing. Now, go on, mingle with the other contestants. Find out as much as you can about them, and when you're ready for the chivalry test, come and see me.
Ok, penso che per questo episodio sia tutto. Penso che per questo episodio sia tutto e belli brutti, bella tutti.